Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Sudoku Universe. It's weird that the title here is also written in Japanese on the Steam store page because nothing here inherently feels Japanese other than the fact that you're doing Sudokus. So we spent over 2 hours, slightly over 2 hours, trying to solve the last puzzle in the Pro Pack 1, and after multiple attempts to recover, I just couldn't. But then I tried again from scratch, and I was able to solve it in just about 26 minutes. And so I don't know what I really learned from that, other than there must be just a high percentage chance, a high enough percentage chance that my human eyes and my human brain will just make a mistake. Suffice it to say, I guess this is the solution, so we can at least show it off. But I do find that fairly frustrating how inconsistent that is. And I'm getting achievements for just accomplishing puzzles. Like any puzzle anywhere, which is a nice system, but I don't inherently know if that doesn't mean that there isn't an achievement for doing all 225 puzzles. My hope here is that Pro Pack 2 176 is just a little bit easier, or maybe I'll just get a little bit luckier. Let's go ahead and turn off show only the possible moves, as I do consider that to the point of cheating. Like, it's close enough to cheating to be concerned about it. And I kind of also feel like I just haven't hit a point yet where I have a decent eye as far as which tiles to pay attention to. But see, like immediately there, the tininess of where you can click here is a problem. Like, both for, like, if you're playing this on a mobile device like a Steam Deck, and if you're playing this on a cell phone, if it was portable and there was a cell phone version of this, which I imagine there is something. It needs to, like, zoom in a little bit. Like, and it needs to just like magnify. When you click here, this probably needs to get at least 25-30% bigger, or possibly a click to drag function, which that might be somewhat difficult for some people, where you click and drag upward for a number, or click and drag into a corner to mark a number. That would actually work, I think, fairly nicely if right click to drag meant you pencil mark something and left click to drag means you mark something. And it popped up a overlay map or hover or something. Let's see. I'm going through the numbers when very possibly that is mistake, and a mistake that I'm kind of constantly running into and making. It feels like these Pro Pack puzzles are relatively hard. And what makes them relatively hard is that you're going to end up marking possibilities even at the beginning here, instead of marking confirmed guesses. And then there may just come a point where you are filling in all of the pencil mark guesses in a segment, and then you're looking for, in that segment, which one only has one opportunity to be like a 4, and then you know that's the 4. That may be very well where it goes, how it goes. If this blocks this row, and this blocks this row, and this blocks this, and this blocks that, then that has to be an 8 there. But it kind of doesn't help you in any way as far as the 8s on either side here, and the 8s on either side here. And this one, either this is going to be a 9, or this is going to be a 9, and that's kind of it. Yeah, I don't think it's really a system here where it makes the most sense to just say, well, this could be 1, this could be 2, this can't be 3, this can't be 4, this can't be 5, this can't be 6, this could be 7, and it could be 9. Like, I don't think it's worth your time to just pick random spots like that and try and solve it that way. I think you're better off focusing in on cubes that either have a lot more pieces and hints in them, or rows and columns that have a lot more pieces and hints on them. Since we know that there's going to be a 6 here, we could say, just do this entire row. Might be a 2, can't be a 3, might be a 4, can't be a 5, can't be a 6, might be a 7, can't be an 8, might be a 9. Yeah, I don't think that helps. Just don't think that helps. Pretty much either this, or this could be a 1. That could be a 1, and that can be a 1, and that can be a 1. I don't think that helps either. I'm glad there's only a couple more episodes that I want to make of this series. I almost certainly should have known, even before starting this series, that I would not really have the mental energy to take it all the way and do 200 puzzles of Sudoku puzzles. They're too time consuming, too mentally exhausting. Time consuming is a big factor in that too. See, this could be a 3, and this could be a 3, and this could be a 3, this could be a 3. But I'm in a weird position also where I could only really suggest Sudoku Universe if you've already done and played all of the cracking the cryptic puzzles and possibly exhausted any possibility of a different, like, online free source for Sudoku puzzles. Sudoku Universe, I guess, is probably still better than doing it on paper and just wasting paper. But I can also not inherently blame people if they are just used to that idea. of solving puzzles and doing puzzle things on paper. Well, I almost thought I had something here with a 4 here, with a 4 here, meaning I could assume that there was a 4 in this column, but there can also be a 4 here. And pretty much means I can't do anything with the 4s in this bottom row. If this can't be a 5 here, and this can't be a 5, then your only options are here or here with a 5. And really got nothing at the moment that would eliminate any of the other options. So I'm ending up just marking absolutely everything. No 5 here. Possibly no 5 here because of this. Possibly a 5 here. Or here. Or here. No 6 here and no 6 here, meaning either this is 6 or this is 6, and since this blocks off this 6, we now know that it has to be 6. Then that means either this or this is 6. Those two. Let's continue down that path. See if we can find anything else. 7 here, or possibly a 7 here. Can't be a 7 here. Can't be a 7 here. So that has to be a 7. Meaning either this is 7 or this is 7. And I don't think I have anything else I can get from that information. 8 is blocked here, 8 is blocked here, meaning either this or this is an 8, which then means this can't be 8, this can't be 8, so either this is 8 and it can't be 8 because of this, so that has to be 8. Okay, meaning either this is 8 or that's 8. I don't think we can go any further with 8s. 9s. Well, there's no 9 here, there's no 9 here, which means either this, or this is a 9. Which means either this or that is a 9. This 9 blocks this. So this could be a 9, this could be a 9, or this could be a 9. Same is true for this, this, and this. Might as well just mark them all. I do think, though, sometimes when I'm solving these puzzles like this, I'm making faulty assumptions. And I may have already made a faulty assumption. I don't think I can do anything with the 9s over here. 1s. Well, it seems like at this point this has to be a 1. Assuming everything we've done is correct so far. And then if I was to put a 1, it would either be here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or there. Is there any more information we can possibly calculate from this? Well, there are basically 7 more spots. They can be marked as possible ones. Yeah, I think this is something that I personally also just don't really fully appreciate about Sudoku, is that you can have a long setup, and this is true for many puzzles of different types and styles, is that very often you can have hundreds of moves and just really long amounts of setup in overall time to make something amazing happen in the last 5 seconds, in the last 5% of the actions. Jigsaw puzzles are kind of a great example of that, where they, depending on how you do a jigsaw puzzle, you can spend a lot of time sorting pieces, you can spend a lot of time building the border, you can spend a lot of time sorting out border pieces to build the border first. Compare that, say, to a decent Lego set, where Lego sets are designed so you build a minifig or something small to play with fairly quickly. Usually it's on the first 1 or 2 pages you have a minifig or some small part of a larger whole that you can play with if you want to take a break, if you want to get bored. Then after that point, Lego often will have you build large chunks, but even in the way they've designed how you build the large chunks, you should be, by the time you've done at least 2 bags, usually 1 bag in a Lego building set, you should have built something that was new and interesting, or at least 1 floor of a building that has some new and interesting stuff in it with small decorations and designs. They spend, or at least they claim to spend, a lot of energy, and it seems to pay off in how they design their instructions so that it works that way. Where a poorly designed Lego set of instructions would have you just build the exterior walls of buildings for the first half of the entire building process, and then have you build like 1 floor's 1 room interior inside. And how do you translate that to a Sudoku? I don't know. Like, you probably try to have, like, if I was going to be really ambitious, I'd try to figure out if there was a way to program an algorithm to make hundreds of Sudokus all be connected into one long journey. So solving 1 Sudoku would give you like a magic number that would solve be a hint to the next Sudoku, and you just delve, kind of like Inception, deeper and deeper and deeper to a larger and larger upside down pyramid of Sudoku pieces. You'd have an introductory tutorial Sudoku puzzle, and then when that's solved, it would give you like 9 new, slightly more difficult Sudoku puzzles, and then each of those 9 puzzles, when solved, would give you 9 more, and that would be like powers of 9. So fairly quickly, you'd only need like 4 or maybe 5 powers before you would have more than enough Sudoku puzzles interconnected in an upside down puzzle display. But yeah, I would definitely try and connect and have a gameplay experience, or have some kind of player level where you get XP for solving a Sudoku or something like that. I probably would look closer to something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Hearthstone and try and have daily quests and try and get players to come back. Probably try to have some kind of in-app purchases of some sort, but even if you're not going to have any in-app purchases, just daily quests to make people come back. There's really no reason why you'd have a different experience playing Sudoku Universe as it is if you just went through all the puzzles in a row, which is basically what I'm doing, although I'm not actually going to go through all the puzzles, versus taking a break and only doing one puzzle and then coming back. I wouldn't be even super upset if there was a stamina meter and you had to spend stamina to unlock a puzzle and challenge it, and that way you can slow down the process of people burning through the content, which that would definitely be, if you want to make it more of a game as a service, you would really struggle with Sudoku puzzles to make new content and prevent people from going through all the content too fast. Although maybe Sudoku puzzle players wouldn't appreciate having a stamina system that slowed down their progress. Speaking of progress, I'm not making a ton of it so far, which I'm not super surprised by that either. I think I need to probably take that secondary approach. Can this be a 2? No. Can this be a 3? No. Can this be a 4? No. Can it be a 5? No. Can it be a 6? No. Can it be a 7? No. Can it be an 8? No. Can it be a 9? Possibly. Thought we may have had a solution there. Can this one be a 2? Possibly. Can it be a 3? Possibly. Can it be a 6? No. Can it be a 7? Possibly. Can't be an 8 or a 9. Can't be a 1. Could it be a 2? Possibly. Can it be a 3? No. Can't be a 4. Can't be a 5. Could it be a 6? Possibly, yes. Can it be a 7? Possibly. Can't be an 8 or 9. Could this be a 1? No. Could it be a 2? No. Could it be a 3? Possibly. Can't be a 4. Can't be a 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be a 7. Can't be an 8. Could it be a 9? I think this is what's going to happen, is we're going to find a lot of things we're going to fill in as 9s. Can't be a 1. Could be a 2. Can't be a 3. Can't be a 4. Could it be a 5? No. Could it be a 6 or a 7? No. Could it be an 8? Possibly. Could it be a 9? Can't be an 8. Okay. Not a 1. Maybe a 2. Maybe a 3. Maybe an 8. Maybe a 9. Maybe a 2. be a 6. Maybe an 8. It does feel like the right move here is to probably just fill in all the blank spots, but it might be slightly more efficient to look at these that are only marked with one number at first, because if they are marked with one number, that might indicate that there is a chance, albeit small, that we've got a solution for that spot. So this can be a 3, or this could be a 5. Could be a 1, can't be a 2 or 3, can't be a 4, can't be a 5, can't be a 6 or 7, could be an 8, could be a 9. Can't be a 1 or 2, could be a 3, can't be a 4, could be a 5, can't be a 6, can't be a 7, could be an 8, nope, can't be an 8, could be a 9. Let's see, 2 here. And here could be a 3, could be a 4, could be a 5, can't be a 6, a 7, 8, or a 9. No 2, no 3, no 4, no 5. Could be a 6. Could be a 7. Let's go over here first. Can't be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3. Can't be, could be a 4, could be a 5. Can't be a 6. Could be a 7. Can't be an 8 or a 9. No 1, no 2, no 3. Could be a 4. Can't be a 5. Can't be an 8 or 9. Can't be 1 here. Can't be a 2 here. Could be a 3. 4. Can it be a 5? Possibly 6. No. 7, 8, and 9. No. Yeah, so 26 minutes to just start at the setup spot. And we really haven't even fully finished because we have a spot here, we have a spot here, and we have a spot here left to do. So can this be a 1? No. Can it be a 2? No. Can it be a 3? Possibly. Can it be a 4? Possibly. Can it be a 5? Possibly. Can it be a 7? Possibly. Can it be an 8? 9? No. Can't be a 1. Can't be a 2. Can't be a 3. Could be a 4. Can't be a 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be a 7. Can't be an 8. Can't be a 9. Which I believe that means it has to be 4. So finally we found one. We can de-pencil mark that, and then you have a 5-3 combo. And if everything's correct, we are very close to getting one of these cubes done. But you're never going to be in a situation here where getting one of these cubes then only takes another 4 minutes to solve all the rest of the cubes, particularly when you're doing a difficult puzzle. You are just going to more and more struggle for longer and longer amounts of time. Okay. So while I may not have marked every single possibility, I've at least filled in every grid. So now it feels like this is the right time to go back and look at the numbers and see, at the very least, if there's some pencil marks that could be erased. Right, we know that a 3 is going to be here or here. That doesn't help us any. We know that a 3 can't be here. We need to just focus on the 3s, not look for other solutions. Whoops. Oh well. Four. Doesn't look like we can change anything with the 4s. 5s. Doesn't look like we can change anything with the 5s. 6 here. Eliminates that 6. I swear, this is a terrible interface. Because I'm right clicking, but you need to actually left click, then right click to erase a pencil mark. Do we have something here that's confirming that a 6 has to be in this spot? I don't think so, because a 6 could be in this spot. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything more that can be done. Okay, well, either we didn't mark the possibility of a 7 being here, or there's a very specific reason why a 7 can't be here, which would then imply that 7 has to be here or here. I don't see a reason, though. Probably just dropped the ball. The question now, I guess, is why could this not be a 7? I think it could be a 7. Why could this not be a 7? I think it could be a 7. Why could this not be a 7? I think it can be a 7. So that took us in the wrong direction, but probably closer to the truth. Why can this not be an 8? It can't be an 8 because of this. So then this and this has to be an 8. So then this has to be an 8. There. And I guess the question now is, we need a 1 and a 7. Can this be a 7? I think I may have just skipped over the 7s. Seven can't be here. 7 could be down here. 8 goes up here. This 8 and this 8 doesn't do anything. We only have 2 8s left, and I don't think we can guess. It's either it's an 8 here, or an 8 here, and an 8 here, or an 8 there. We can, however, correct our mistake there and get rid of those 8s. Then 9 can't be here. 9 could be here. 9 could be there. Let's actually look at the 9s. Could this be a 9? I think it could. Could this be a 9? I think it could. It's still very much a mess. I don't think going through the numbers a second time is going to solve that mess. We have a 5, 3, and a 5, 3. No indication which way that would go. Let's do this box again. Can this be a 1? Possibly. Can it be 2? Possibly. Can it be 3, 4, 5? No. Because we have 3, 4, and 5. Can it be 6? No. Can it be 7? I think possibly. Can it be 8? No. Can it be 9? No. What we would want to see is that only one box could be number 1. And I guess maybe looking at the 2 pairs, see if there's possibly something else it could be. Might be helpful. Seems like that could be a 2. Can't be a 3, can't be a 4, can't be a 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be a 7, can't be an 8. Could be a 9. Could this be a 2? No. Can it be a 3? No. Can it be a 4? No. Can it be a 5 or a 6? No. 7? No. Can it be an 8? No. So it's either 1 or 9 for real. Let's try this. This can't be a 1, can't be a 2. Could this be a 3? No. Could it be a 4? Yes. Can it be a 5 or a 6? No. Can it be a 7? Possibly. Can it be an 8? No. Can it be a 9? No. Move on to this one. I'll try one more and then I want to change strategies again. I do increasingly just want to bounce between strategies and not put as much mental energy into trying to solve these puzzles. Okay. If this is a 3, and a 3 can be here, and the 3 can't be here, why can the 3 not be here? kind of don't see a reason why a 3 can't be there. Nor do I see a reason why a 3 can't be there. It's just making it worse. Okay. We see a 3 here, so that means none of these can be a 3. Which means a 3 can either be here or here. If the 3 was here, then I could put a 3 here. But if the 3 was here, I would have to put a 3 here, which I can't. Or a 3 here. So can this be a 3? I think it can. So I definitely am getting false impressions by the boxes not being marked in and the pencil marking system in general just not really working for me mentally. 3 here or 3 here. 1 or 2 here. Let's double check this and see if this is right. If I can have a 1 here, possibly I can have a 2 here. Can I have a 3 here? No. Can I have a 4 in this spot? I don't see anything that stops me. Can I have a 5 in this spot? No. Can I have a 6 in this spot? No. Can I have a 7? No. Can I have an 8 or a 9? No. Same checks. Can I have a 1 here? Seems okay. Can I have a 2 here? Seems okay. Can I have a 3? No. Can I have a 4? No. Can I have a 5? No. 6, 7, 8, and 9 are also out. So we have a 1 and 2 possibility, which I think that ruins my hopeful strategy that I was hoping for. Let's move on to 4s. And I don't see anything there. Move on to 5s. This 5 eliminates that as a possibility and that, so then it would just come down to this or this or this. A lot of this very much is just making mistakes. That's kind of all I'm doing here is I'm making a mistake. Either 5 is here, and then a 5 is here, or 5 is here. Can't be a 5 here, can't be a 5 here. 5s have to be either here or here. Yeah, it's not efficient in any ways to just make mistakes and then correct your mistakes. Okay, I see nothing. Basically nothing. You have an 8 here, 8 here, 8 here. It would seem like 8s would be the thing that would get you to that next step. Can I put a 9 here? Because that might tell me something at least. I think I can. There's got to be something somewhere here that would help. I can't do a 3 here. Could I do a 3 here? Yes. If I was going to start live streaming playing Sudoku, which I'm not likely to do at this point, not unless I just get really bored of Yu-Gi-Oh! I literally would only do one puzzle, and then there would just be some streams where I would spend 26 minutes on a puzzle, and some streams where I'd spend 2 hours on a puzzle, and that would just be really inconsistent. The other thing certainly to take note of this is, as I'm experimenting and thinking about it, what's the point of being brain drained after 46 minutes during a live stream when after I start to warm up in the live stream, that's usually when I start talking about video game news. And so being brain drained as you're covering the news is not going to create more in-depth and insightful commentary. What happens if we were to say try and click buttons that would highlight everything? Would that help anything? Maybe this would help something. If we could unclick all of the places where there are no questions, then that temporarily shows me what to focus on. Because right now, it does seem like the point here is 5s, 6s, and 7s, and 8s have not found anything questionable. 8 here, 8 here, 8 here. There's an 8 in this one, 8 in this one, 8 in this one, 8 in this one. There's not an 8 in this one or this one. There can't be an 8 here. There can't be an 8 here, so we know that there is an 8. 8 here. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm just straight up hallucinating some logic here or what. We know either this is an 8 or this is an 8, which means either this is an 8 or this is an 8. So, since that's the case, maybe we should click on the 8 and then unclick other things to focus on. 9s don't have a lot of chances. Either this is going to be a 9 or this is going to be a 9. Yeah, there isn't a 9 in here. And then either these are going to be 9s or this is going to be a 9. Or these are going to be 9s, so this is going to be a 9. Let's look at 7s now. 7, 7, 7, possible 7 here. A whole bunch of possible 7s. Let's go the other direction and just invert everything we clicked on. I would suspect these are the ones we should focus on. The question is, how can we focus on them? We have a 3 and a 9 here. Let's just ask the basic questions. It can't be a 1. It can't be a 2. It could be a 3. Can't be a 4. Can't be a 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be a 7. Can't be an 8. It could be a 9. So you have 3 and 9 here. And then a possible 5, 3, and 9 here. Can we not have a 9 here? No. Can we not have a 9 here? I'm not sure. Well, wait a minute. There might be some logic here. If either this row has to have a 9 in it, and either this row has to have a 9 in it, and no, I'm just not seeing anything. And I think at the 50-minute mark, it's time to start cheating. So let's turn on show only possible moves and use that as a possible way of expanding what we've missed. Any pencil mark that is not already marked at this point is an indication of a number I skipped. If we find a tile that has only one option, because I pencil marked more than one option in every tile, then we know that once I turn on that feature, the game corrected a mistake. Overall, it seems like I just did not pencil mark any of the 2s. And maybe didn't pencil mark several of the 9s. Seems like I didn't pencil mark all the 6s either. The problem with cheating in any game is that once you have that line that you've crossed, you're just going to feel perfectly fine to continue crossing that line and ruining the experience for you. But so you have to be fairly careful to make sure that the experience is already going south before you start cheating. Okay. Looking at the ones now, after doing all that and really not adding that much more information, has not helped. Looking at the 2s has not helped. Looking at the 3s has not helped. Looking at the 4s Has not helped. It's gonna not help any of them, isn't it? Looking at the 5s. No assistance there. Looking at the 6s. No assistance there. 7s. Useless. 8s. Useless. And 9s. Just gonna be absolutely useless. Okay. Let's make a save state while we're at it. Like, the closest things would be the 8s. To take a bet on where one of these 8s would go, or to take a gamble on where one of this 5 or 3 goes. Can this be 5? Yes. Can it be 3? Yes. So maybe there's some logic here. If I made this a 5, then it eliminates that, and the 5 has to be here. No big deal there. So we have a 5 and a 3 here, and a 5 likely in this row. Does that mean, since we need a 5 here, and since we can't have a 5, well, we could have a 5 there. That's the problem. Seems like we just don't have enough information. And I don't believe Sudoku puzzles are supposed to be solved by making save states and trying things out. I just don't buy that. I guess if this is a 5 or 3, and this is a 5 or 3, and they can't be anything else, let's just double check that first. 5, 3 are possible. Nothing else is possible. Could this be anything else? 3 is possible. 5 is possible. Nothing else is possible. Okay, so we know this is 5 or 3, which means that could go away to be a 4 or 7. Which this 4 or 7 there. Those are the only 2 options. Which we'll double check that. Looks like that's the case for this one. No, it's not 3. Okay. So this 4 and 7 would take away that 4 as a possibility. Which that 4 could have already been taken away because of that possibility. We have a 3 and a 9, a 5. Nothing. I'm really just trying to have a thought here, and my brain is just absolutely not wanting to cooperate. It just is saying, nope, drop that thought completely. I want to rest. I want to relax. And yeah, you can't really call puzzle games that stressful, but honestly, running around mindlessly shooting in a first-person shooter may be more relaxing to most gamers than doing this. This is just wrecking my brain. My eyes just want to glaze over. I would argue this is probably a mistake a lot of game developers do when they want to add more content, and I would assume, let me just check here, that the content was just updated. It doesn't look to me like there's any DLC that I somehow ended up buying for this game, but yeah, I think there is a potential mistake when you add new content that you're just adding more and more difficult content to satisfy people who have already played the game, instead of balancing it out a little bit more, perhaps trying to make content to intrigue new players into playing. A lot of games, I think, make that mistake, though. Pandering to an audience that has already bought your product and is already fully committed. I would argue maybe the Binding of Isaac Rebirth even has a little bit of that as a problem, in that they've constantly added more and more levels and more difficult enemies, but there is still a fairly long experience for a brand new save file for a brand new player in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth that could be sped up a little bit more, and arguably that would really be what you'd want in a game, is that you would speed new players up so that they can catch up, making the early stages of a game even easier, even if that is potentially going to be seen as unfair to people who started playing the game from day one. Otherwise, you run into the problem where you have people who have been playing World of Warcraft for decades, and they have major guilds that just control everything and win all challenges and conflicts. I play a game on my cell phone called Memento Mori, and it is an interesting game in that basically every month they introduce a new server that they call a world, and so the newest players enter a brand new world where the enemies are weak and everybody has an equal footing if they enter the newest world, and if they want more of a challenge they can go back to the older worlds, which still exist but are mostly populated with people who are going to be higher level playing against other people who are higher level. It is still somewhat weird because you don't transfer any of your progress over from one world to the other. So for the newest players, you would play the newest world and you would just ignore the previous ones. But for a game that has some online player versus player elements, it works fairly well. Well, we know this is 1 or 7. It has to be 1 or 7. We may straight up just have to guess. because I'm not going to make any more progress at this point. My cheating metric and system doesn't work. Nothing's working. Just make sure we make a save state. And let's just pull the trigger and guess that something is here. Well, wait a minute, there might be some logic. If this can only be 1 or 7, if we got a 1 or 7 out of the picture in a few places, let's see if maybe if we stopped looking, whether that might lead us to a different way of thinking. I mean, that's less lit up things, sure. But did that really do anything? I don't think it did. Okay, we'll pick one and we'll put it here, and we're gonna experiment in doing something that I feel is really wrong in this case. And from that, we'll see if we can figure anything else out, or that information is just going to prove to be not anywhere as helpful. Yeah, so we've guessed on this, we've guessed on this, and I don't think I can go any further. It would just be another guess. So we have a 1-9 possibility here, and 1-3-9 possibility here, a 5-9 possibility here. So that might have been a 3. Let's take a step back then. And undo what we did. See if maybe we found a real solution now. I may have actually found a real solution. There was a number that disappeared when I clicked that 3. So we've now got all the 3s connected. I don't know if we've done it correctly. We'll look at the 4s. Look at the 5s. Seems like the only 5 possible is here. Notice that 5 now disappeared, making that a 9. Notice that is now blank and none of the options are valid. So we're wrong. So let's just get rid of everything there. This could be a 5, a 7, or a 9. This could be a 7 or 9. This could be a 5 or 9. We'll just mark in all of the possibilities and hope. Nope. Something is wrong either in this path and only one thing's been set there, or this path, or this path. Maybe that's why it's so difficult to solve these puzzles, is once I've made a mistake, it just compounds the error and makes it incredibly challenging. Let's just mark everything as possible. I don't really know the point of marking everything that's possible, other than maybe for the benefit of the viewer, because my mind is just glazing over all of this. That says it's 6, that says it's 5, that says that's 1, that says that's 3, that says that's 8, that says that's 5, that says that's 9, that says that's 3, that says that's 7, leaving 2 options there. That says that's 3, and that's 5. We're just continuing down the path to hope that we have fixed the problem. 1 and a 9 here. 1 and a 9 here. 1 and a 9 there. Is there something new? Can a 1 be here? Yes. Can a 1 be here? Yes. Don't think we can do anything with the 2s. Can we do anything with the 3s? Interesting. We need a 3 in this section, and yet we don't have a 3 in this section. So we either have to get rid of that, so that there's possibly a 3 here or here, which that doesn't seem right. Or I have to get rid of that. How long should I even bother with this? Yeah. because this is obviously wrong. And we're just kind of constantly getting this as a 3. But if this has got to be wrong, then this has to be wrong. Which means that has to be wrong. So maybe that's wrong. That feels better. That's a possibility. So, but no hard confirmation. I'd really like some kind of animation or hint that says you're off track. Mistakes have been made or something like that, and then I'd like a hint that you're back on track. I'd like something to hold my hand a little bit. The thing I like about video games, and I think most people like about video games, is the fact that it's not the real world and you're not just left to your own demise if you make a mistake. That it's supposed to be easy, that video games are secretly programmed to make you win and make you feel good about yourself and have a good experience, in the same way that the hero always wins in a movie, or almost always wins in a movie. If there's a 5-3 and a 5-3 here, then there can't be a 5 here and there can't be a 5 here, so I think we can probably assume that that's a 5, and then I think that means that's a 5, which let's hope this works. And then that would mean this is a 5. I'd make that's a 3. This game definitely not holding my hand, not helping me. Don't think we can do anything with the 6s. 7s. I don't think the 7s are going to be very helpful. 8s. Well, this could be an 8, or it could be a 1. Don't think we can do anything more. 9s. More than likely we'll never do anything with the 9s first. I guess before we go around here, let's just mark every single possibility in that one spot. Yeah. If this really can only be a 4-7, and this can really only be a 4-7, then this has to be a 6, and this has to be a 3. Okay. And if one of these is going to be 1, 2. And then one of these is going to be 1, 2. Then one of these is going to be 4. 7 has to be here. I think that's logically correct. If you have 3 possible options and 3 possible things, then 1 has to be here somewhere. That leaves that with a 1. If this is 4, 7 and this is 4, 7, then this has to be a 9, which makes that a 2. Okay. I guess that makes that a 6. I guess that makes that an 8. We have a 9, and we have a 9 and a 3. Which makes that a 9. Which makes that a 3. Which makes that a 9. Makes that a 1. Makes that an 8. I think we've got this, although I really am just following the cheating mechanic here to solve this. But it does feel like we've gotten better now. And feels much more doable. This 1 basically has to be there. And that. And that. The danger, of course, is we're going to run into something like this, where there is no option. This needs to be a 3, which means then this can't be a 3, which would mean something else in this cube would have to be a 3. Okay. Try again. We'll reset all that and see if we can possibly recover here. There's no certainty at all, though, that you ever can recover. It might just be wiser to just get rid of all the 3s altogether, since that seemed to be a source of problems. Just eliminate all 3s and then move on to 4s. 4, 7, 4, 7. If that's the case, then this has to be a 1. 9, 3, 9. 2, 4, 7. Just 7. 4, 2. So we filled in a block. Is that right? No, probably not. And we just... what is the undo button really doing here? Yeah, this got rid of a 2. I'm just hoping. That's all I'm doing is just hoping. might as well be spelling out random numbers. What I'd like to see is if there was some mathematical way to make a puzzle where you had some kind of checksum number. Something where the cross bars on the top and the cross bars horizontally added up to the same number or added up to a number it would tell you. Of course, in a video game, it could just tell me also if I've made a mistake. It's just the case that Sudoku Universe here isn't telling me, isn't programmed that way. Undoubtedly, we need probably 3 or 4 songs more. Yeah, the music is only going to get more annoying as you delve deeper into solving more of the $250 puzzles here. And there's no way to know if like these 2 sections are correct. No way at all. Several times we've come back to this 4-7 pair. And several times it has proven to be wrong. The real solution, almost certainly on this path, is to just leave the puzzle, just reset the puzzle and start over, or just leave the puzzle and try a different puzzle. We've got to have a 2 here in between these 2, or these 2 are wrong, and we can't have a 2 here or here, so we gotta have a 2 here, which means these are all wrong. All of this is wrong. Which probably just means all of it's wrong. Okay, well, say screw it. Let's hop in here and let's do an easy puzzle. Start over from scratch, and then we can at least end this episode on some success. And yeah, that's probably the strategy to focus on. And since these are easy puzzles, cheating with the hint systems, fine by me, really. That's what I've been doing with the other puzzles. There's a real problem when trying to make a lot of content in a single day, though, when you play a more challenging mental game like this, and it prematurely drains me mentally, emotionally, whatever, however you want to describe it. And it's not like I'm getting particularly better at making content anyways in large quantities, the amount of quantities I'd want to do it. And I guess there's also a level of when you're thinking about what to say next, that's also exhausting. This should be. The cheating does work, at the very least, for the most part, on the easy puzzles, but still worthwhile to have your eye on potential locations instead of just randomly clicking. It'll just speed up the process faster to pick places where it's likely that there is only two options or one option. 1919. 25, 25, then 3, 6, 6, making that 3. This one's 8. This one is either 6 or 9. 6 or 9. Yeah. Again, I have to admit, I'm just mindlessly clicking. There's nothing wrong with making a game where you just have the player mindlessly clicking. People make all kinds of clicker games. Turning a Sudoku game into a clicker game is perhaps a little too far. And it really is just beating around the bush as far as the true level of acceptance you just are going to have here, that either you're solving the puzzles or you're not. So I would prefer, instead of having to cheat by showing only the possible combinations as a hint and then using that to methodically find a solution, I would definitely prefer to just be able to click a button and solve the puzzle automatically, maybe with an asterisk by my time or a concession marker. Still, even on these easy puzzles, though, a fair chance of making a mistake, and that mistake leading you down the path of disaster. But as you burn through these, that didn't even take 5 minutes to solve, assuming I have solved it. Gotta click this 5 here. And see, that was one I kind of struggled with before. In all fairness, I think I can probably cheat or solve medium puzzles too, pretty easily. There's enough hints in the system to solve a medium puzzle. It might take 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes to solve one of these puzzles. This has to be a 2, and then you have a 5-8 coupled there. Then that a 1 and an 8 is going to be here, so it means that has to be a 6, and that has to be a 7. So that makes that a 1. Okay, that makes that a 4. I'm really just playing this puzzle to try and recoup some momentum and perhaps recoup a little bit of self-esteem after being defeated by these pro packs. Although, in fairness, they're labeled as pro packs, so it's not super surprising that they're difficult. I shouldn't be surprised by them being difficult. Still running into quite a few spots with far too many options. Three can't be here, 3 can't be here, 3 can't be here, 3 can't be here, so we know that's a 3. And then 9 can't be here or here, so we know that's a 9. And then 2 can't be here or here, so we know that's a 2. That just gives us a 1-2 pair, 1-4 pair. Making that a 5, making that an 8, making either that a 1 or 4, and that a 1 or 6. This is 6. So assuming things are correct, we should have everything now lined up. One hopes. One hopes all of that is correct. 2 groups, 2 rows. Yep, it seems like we're gonna be able to cheat our way through a medium solution too. Of course, I'm not really evaluating here anything. It's been only about 5 minutes, but yeah, I'm not actually playing the puzzle, so I can't really testify whether I feel like the mediums are, this medium is significantly different from the previous medium puzzle I did that I actually tried on. It feels just about the same in difficulty. It definitely feels like it's a case where easies and mediums are very doable, hards seem like they're potentially a nightmare. I'd have to try another Master Ninja to see if maybe those are actually more difficult and I just got lucky on one of those. And the Pro Pack ones are definitely a nightmare. Alright, well, I guess since the next episode is probably going to be our last, I need to play off screen and get all these easies done to find out if that unlocks infinite mode. That's going to be it for this recording. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.